Hello there. My name is Tejas, and this is Trendline's 5 interesting technical trends in the stock markets. So let's first understand what technical analysis really mean. Technical analysts believe that the past trading activities and the price movements leads us to understand and predict the future price movements of a particular stock. And then we can build on the trading strategies and also evaluate the portfolio's health as well. So these are the 5 technical indicators that we'll be covering today. So before we get started with support, we need to understand that there is no holy grail of technical indicators, meaning there is no single technical indicator that can predict the future price movements of every stock or an asset for that matter. So we need to employ different technical indicators for different prices, different stock prices, and even indices. So it is safe to say that the market has a very long memory and tends to repeat the historical pattern again and again. Maybe not with a 100% probability, but definitely a higher one. So support is a level that prevents the stock price from falling further because there's buying interest at this particular point. So whenever the stock price hit this particular line or a point, buyers become active and they place their buy orders, sending the prices back to the resistance. So resistance is a level that prevents the stock price from rising further because there's selling interest at this point. So whenever the stock price hits the resistance, sellers become active here, sending the price back to the support. And we have the simple moving average. This technical indicator smoothens out the price data by creating a constantly updated average price. This can be for a certain amount of time. It can be a 2, 3, 5 day moving average until 200-day and 250-day moving average as well. So as we can see in the chart, we can see that this particular stock is taking 20-day moving average as its support. So every time the stock price hits the 20-day moving average, there's buying interest in this point, sending the price of the stock price higher. And we have the parallel channel. This is a channel in which price oscillates between two lines with the same slope. It can be a rising channel or a falling channel. The top line of the parallel channel indicates the resistance, while the bottom line indicates the support. And the final technical indicator are the breakouts that we'll be covering today. So breakouts happen when price moves above a resistance area or moves below the support excuse me, below the support area. So breakouts indicate the potential for the price to start moving in the breakout direction. So as seen in the chart, we can see that the stock price has been bouncing around, touching support and resistance for quite a while. And finally, it had a breakout at the star point. So this indicates the potential for the price to start trending in the breakout direction, which is upward. So now that we have understood the basic concepts, let's see the technical trends that are happening in the stock markets. So the first and second one would be the Nifty Energy's parallel channel and support from the 100-day moving average. So in this chart, we can see that the Nifty Energy taking support from parallel line and the 100-day moving average. So the bottom line acts as a support while the top line acting as a resistance. And there is a point, there's a star there indicating confluence. So confluence is a point where two technical indicators suggest or indicate the same thing. So whenever two or more technical indicators suggest the same thing, the probability of that particular event happening is higher. So this is where we have a confluence here. So during August of 2021, we can see that the stock price is taking support from both the 100-day moving average and also the bottom line of the parallel channel, which is acting as a resistance, which indicated the resumption of the uptrend, which happened later before coming back after touching resistance over here. Now, with the news of Russia-Ukraine war happening, the Nifty Energy actually broke through the 100-day moving average, but found its support on the bottom line. So it will be interesting to see how the index fares in the coming days with new news coming from the Russia-Ukraine conflict. We have the benchmark index Nifty 50's crucial 16,000 support next. So much has been talked about the Nifty 50 16,000 support level. We can see why, because there has been a lot of trading activity that has taken place at this particular level. So when the Nifty 50 breached the 16,000 mark in the last week, the buying interest came in and pushed the prices higher towards the R1. Nifty 50 has been hovering around the same range as of now, and now it will be interesting to see if Nifty 50 breaks out of this particular resistance. If it does happen, this R1 at 16,850 can then act as a support for the future price movements. Next, we have the Cipla's breakout from strong resistance. So we can see in the chart that Cipla has been trading in a range, in a parallel channel to be precise, since around May of 2021. But recently, on Friday last week, Cipla managed to break out through the resistance level at 1,000 rupees and managed to close at 6.5% at the end of the day, meaning it has successfully broken out of the resistance zone. So now this particular resistance at 1,000 can now act as a support zone for this particular stock price for the future price movements. And for the final fifth technical trend, we have the Gujarat Narmada Valley breaking out of its parallel channel. This stock has been trading in the particular parallel line. So the bottom line of this particular parallel channel has been acting as a support for this stock. So recently, a couple of trading days ago, Gujarat Narmada Valley managed to break out of its parallel trading zone to find new price trends, a higher uptrend to be precise. So this particular top line, which is acting as a resistance in the parallel zone, will now act as support for the stock prices, future movements. So this has been the 5 technical trends that has been affecting the stock markets. Please visit trendlyne.com for more information. This is Tejas signing off.